Here's my first video on my Volvo V70. What I'm trying to do is I have the traditional Volvo seats here. That just kind of, for this V70, it's a 2007 2.5T. What it has is these folding seats, which is pretty regular. Everything works the way it needs to. But you can get, if I can just step outside of the car for a second. So here they are, this is the normal seat. As you can see, it's both connected at once. It's a bench seat basically, and it folds up. But you could get these optional in this booster seat configuration, which I got used. So it kind of just pops open. You can click it up so you have a nice booster seat instead of having to put an additional one in there. It's kind of a nice feature I just wanted to have, and I want the middle part to be separate as well. So thankfully what Volvo allows you to do is they traditionally provide these two hooks, the ones that latch onto the bench seat, but they do actually provide the hooks that needed for the middle seat as well as that booster seat. So this is the one that I've cleaned up and I'm about to use. It's got a nice leather to it and everything, so it's what I want to use. But if you can see the obvious problem where if I try to I don't know if I can get a good angle at this, but if I try to latch it in, it's not going to because there's no second hook. Now, upon my own research, I couldn't find this online, but if you are trying to put these on, these are actually welded on. And what you'll find if you open up that trim piece over there, and then this little clip that kind of just pops up, you just gotta pry on it a little bit, just don't be too harsh. If you pry open both of these and open up your carpet, especially the one that I'm sitting on, you'll notice that I actually do provide, I can't show it now, but I'll try to lift the carpet from here and then show it. Yeah, if you try to lift it from here, you'll see it actually does have the required hooks, both on this end and on that end, which is perfect. So all you have to really do is just cut it open and just work on it like that. Thankfully, you'll cut this open. It'll, like, the carpet's going to be a little molded, but what I would suggest is just putting a heat gun to it and then kind of molding it back into shape. I'm going to leave it the way it is. All I want is the hooks to be exposed, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm not entirely sure why I didn't open the other door fully before, but here it is. It's the same pattern. You've got two hooks on this side, as well as two hooks right there, as well as one hook on this side and one hook on that side. So all we have to do is cut this one open so that we have the space needed for our hooks. It should be a pretty simple process. I've got my knife here. I'm going to cut the end open, and hopefully it is the way it needs to be. Alright, so we've got both of those cut out. It just needs to be heated back in, and they put a piece of foam on here. There's a bit of padding on this end. Doesn't really matter to me. I'm going to probably put either electrical tape on it, or I'm going to try and glue it down like this. Anyways, doesn't really matter. It's going to be on the carpet underneath the seats anyways, not like I'm going to remove the seats, so it doesn't really matter to me. But this is how you get it done. Both of those, same as this. They're already in the car, you don't have to grab any parts, thankfully. So just pop those pieces back on and pop the seats like you would. The final finished product. Everything clips in exactly where it's supposed to. The only difference is that this is one bench seat. But with that, you get this. I'm not sure if it came separately in the single section, but I appreciate the way it is. I just need to put some leather conditioner on here, but otherwise, you flip this open. It actually clicks into place, surprisingly. The other one didn't. And then this one has the booster seat built in, as shown before. Perfect. It's a little bright out today, but that's fine. And then it just flips open. And same thing like you would. Flip open the car seat. Just bring it down and it clips back into place. And it's perfect the way it needs to be. Alright, hopefully that helps anyone who's looking to get this done. I would say it's a worthwhile upgrade. I myself am 5'4", and genuinely I feel comfortable sitting on the booster seat because my feet actually are sitting nice and planted versus having sat on the seat. Normally but it sinks in the way it needs to, and this leather's actually nicer than that one. So good upgrade.